Why retirees can't rely on Medicare for healthcare expenses. It's a pretty good article, even though my hair's a mess. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So let's check this out. I got this off the EBRI link, and they sent this from EMEA Tribune. What the hell was that? EMA E. I don't know what that is, but it's a pretty good article. What the hell is that? EMEA Tribune? I don't know what that is, but do we have an author on here? It's probably an AI. Because I hate when there's not an author. It's news agency, so it's a ghostwriter, i.e., AI. EBRI healthcare study. All right, right here. So we're going to go over here real quick. Healthcare, of course, is the single biggest line item that most retirees need to prepare for. That's just not true. It's simply not true, man. I don't understand why they say that. It's not true. A recent study released by the EBRI, the Employee Benefit Research Institute, emphasized how important that is. The Institute's data finds that despite the coverages offered by Medicare, retirees should expect to pay significant out-of-pocket costs for the health care during retirement. Again, how can we never talk about, it's just not true. How much does it cost for food, EBRI? How much does it cost for property tax? I mean, I don't have my book right here. Dag nabbit. I actually looked at healthcare is in there, the top 5. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the top one. It's just not. The top 5 expenditures for retirees. Food and beverage is number 1 at 23%. Healthcare is number 2 at 21.4%. Housing is number 3 at 18.42%. Transportation is number 4 at 13.72%. Recreation is number 5, 8.92. And this is from my book, Relax and Retire, Debunking Inflation Fears. And if you're wondering how I got that, it's from BLS numbers. And I got this chart right here, reality CPI versus BLS CPI. And you can see here in the BLS CPI, they got housing as the number 1 expense for retirees. Nothing comes close. Almost half of retirees' expenditures are on housing. Transportation and food are both higher than Medicare, medical costs. And if you actually look at the data, when you say, is housing truly half of retirees' expenses? The answer is unequivocally no. So according to BLS, Medicare is number 4, healthcare is number 4. According to my reality numbers, Medicare or healthcare is number 2, excuse me. But either way, it's not number 1. Food and beverage is number 1. Anyway, let's keep going. No one talks about that, especially with this massive inflation. Exactly how healthcare costs for retirees can go ranges. Yeah, this is definitely AI. Exactly, healthcare costs for retirees can go ranges. Jeez, man. Oh, my goodness. Love you, AI. You're so bad. But they're going to take all of our jobs. They took our jobs. EBRI found that even with a supplemental insurance, generally known as Medigap, on average, men will need $166,000 in dedicated savings to pay for the healthcare needs, and women will be about $200,000. Right, on average, about $320,000 for a 2-person household. And I don't dispute that. No, I don't dispute that in the least. But let's keep going. And they say, but the median household retirement only has $87,000 in total savings. So, dude, this is just. I haven't read the EBR. I mean, I have probably read it. This is so infantile. So the median savings is $87,000. Your total out-of-pocket cost for health insurance, health care, will be $150,000 for a man, $200,000 for a woman. All right, so let's see where they get this wrong. I mean, it's right. It's 100% right, but they're using this number right here. Like, we don't have $160,000, Josh. Oh, my goodness, we're going to be bankrupt. All right, so let's go over here. So what I did here is I took your old buddy Josh. You're going to pay $500 a month for Medicare. That includes Part B, Part D, and a supplemental policy, out-of-pocket expenses, co-pays, co-insurance, eyes, ears, and mouth, and all that stuff. So you're going to pay about $500 a month when all is said and done. Yes, some people pay less. A few people pay more. I grant you. We're going to inflate this at 5.5% a year. That's what the CMS numbers say, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, at least until 2039. Then they expect the rates to go down. I'm just using 5.5 because I'm a simple caveman. I'm just a caveman. All right, so we're going to inflate it. $6,000 a year today costs $63.30, and next year $66.78, the following year, blah, 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 blah. So you can see by year 25, when if I'm at 65, right? You can't get Medicare before you're 65 unless you're disabled. By the time I'm dead, gone to my greater reward at 90, my Medicare costs, which were my healthcare costs, which were originally $6,000, go up to $21,000. because of 5.5% inflation amount. All right. So we see that. And I'm going to end up paying $306,000. All right. So I'm pretty expensive relative to what these guys have, 166. So I'm about twice what they have because I'm inflating this at 5.5. And I'm assuming $200 a month in Part B, $50 a month in Part D, and a base of $150 for Medicare supplemental policy plus all the other stuff. That might be on the high end. Don't care. I'd rather be error on the side of caution than error on being overly optimistic. But anyway, so you can see where I'm going with this here. All right, so then we're going to look at Social Security. We're going to say I got $2,500 a month in my Social Security, and that's $30,000 a year. We're going to inflate this at 2.4% a year. All right. So by the time my Social Security at 90, my $30,000 has grown to $53,000. All right. So what was at 30,000 is now 53,000. By the time I'm dead, well, I'm dead, I tell you. And you can see what I've done here is I've done the difference between the two. In year one of my retirement, I have $24,000 net left over from Social Security and Medicare, $24,000 net. By the time I'm dead, I have $31,000 net left over because of my inflation on both on Medicare is higher than my inflation on Social Security, but my Social Security is starting at a significantly higher number. So it's cost me I'm going to get $1.011 million from Social Security, and it's going to cost me $306,000 for Medicare, again, healthcare as a whole. But you can see Medicare, it takes up a proportionally higher amount of my Social Security. It goes from 20 all the way up to 40, basically 41%. So basically by the time I'm, check this out, hold on a second, right here. By the time I'm 90 years old, Medicare has cost me $21,000, but I'm only getting $53,000 from Social Security. So Medicare has cost me 40% of my Social Security benefit, even though I have more money left over after Medicare. Kind of interesting, is it? So I have more money left over after Medicare, but Medicare has cost me a greater percentage. It's interesting how that works. So it's a tough place to be. Say, well, Medicare has cost me a greater percentage, but I have $10,000 more left over. Or not 10,000, I have $7,000 more left over than when I initially did when Medicare only cost me 20%. That probably doesn't make any sense, but I hope it does. Very interesting. That's how it works in terms of the inflation. The 5.5% is going up and up and up each and every year. Well, Social Security is going up and up each and every year, but they're slowly getting closer to each other. But because Social Security has such a much higher payment than Medicare, I mean, literally a factor of 4 to 1 in this case, it's by the time I'm dead, Social Security will still be significantly higher than my cost of Medicare, even though Medicare is costing a greater percentage of my Social Security benefit. Yeah, it probably doesn't make sense, but that's okay. The caveman has to talk like a caveman. But anyway, so what these guys, where they go down here, they assume you have to have this right now, $166,000 or $200,000 for a woman right now. But that's just silly. Because at the same point, my healthcare, my $87,000 is also growing at a rate of return. We'll just, for simplicity, we'll say $87,000. We'll just give it a 4% rate of return. It's growing at 4% a year. 2 times that times 1.04 for simplicity, and we'll just keep doing that. And so, because remember, Social Security is covering all my healthcare benefits. And we're going to go to number, make that currency rounded. So by the time I'm dead, my $87,000 has grown to $231,000. Yeah, it hasn't kept up with the rate of Medicare inflation, but it's certainly, I mean, just because I only have $87,000 now doesn't mean I need 166 in savings. Doesn't mean I need 166,000 now. It doesn't make any sense. This is stupid, and no one should fall for this stuff. It's dumb, and I hate that. You need a lump sum of X amount of dollars to cover your expenses for healthcare, and this doesn't include long-term care. I can hear the peanut gallery, but Josh, what about long-term care? Oh my goodness, I get it. Long-term care is a separate expense. I just did a video on my long-term care plan. I just did it right there. You sell your house and you move to a facility. That's how people do it. You physically can't occupy your house right here in Georgia and a long-term care facility in Georgia at the same time, right? You know that. You don't have I don't care what Elon Musk says or what Elon Musk does. You don't have the physical capacity to be in 2 places at the same time. I know, breaking news. Anyway, so I agree with these guys. You're going to have some out-of-pocket expenses. You got some co-pays. Medicare doesn't cover everything. You're on the hook for something. Medicare ain't. I talked to this guy yesterday. I was like, dude, Medicare ain't cheap, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't free, no matter what stupid Bernie Sanders says. It's free. It falls from the Medicare sky. It's great. No, it's not. It's expensive. It's only going to get more and more expensive. But Social Security significantly dwarfs the cost of Medicare because Social Security is, like I just said, you're getting $30,000 a year for social, but you're only paying $6,000 a year for Medicare in this scenario. Anyway, love your thoughts. Don't forget to bark at the like button because I got Pablo Escobar out there. He's wanting to get fed, but he's going to go get a bath. He doesn't know it. Watch what happens when I tell you. I'm going to show you guys. Watch what happens when I tell Pablo he's going to get a bath. You want to have some fun? Watch this. Let's see. All right, boys. Watch what happens. Come here. Watch what happens. It's going to be a good time. All right. That's what happened, Pablo. Who wants to get a bath? Who wants to get a bath? Let's go get a bath, everybody. Watch what happens. All right, so we're going to go get, come on. Who wants to get a bath? Hey, Pablo's still sitting there. He's still looking at me. But watch what happens when I go get the shampoo. Watch what Pablo, so there's Pablo. Finney's not smart enough to know what's going on. But watch what happens when I go get the shampoo. All right, hang tight with me, my friends. Uh-oh, look, see where he is? He said, hey, all right, he's coming. But watch, I get the shampoo. Watch what happens to Pablo. Where'd he go? Oh, watch. Watch where he is. You ready? He says, I'm not getting a bath, Dad. Watch what happens to Finnegan. You ready? Watch. They were both up my butt, and now they're like, no, I'm not. Oh, my goodness. That just every single time that cracks me up. Pablo's like, I'm not getting a bath. I'm a cat dog, Dad, and I don't like water. Oh, what kind of dude, if you don't bark at the like button, what kind of entertainment elsewhere can you get this kind of entertainment here, dudes? I tell you the way it is on retirement planning. Here you go, baby. Come on. He's like, oh, maybe Dad's not giving me a bath after all because he's sitting down doing a video again. I tell you what it is, and here goes Finn again. Watch this. You're going to get a bath, baby. He's like, what? If you don't paw the like button and bark at the like button and share this video with your friends, you, my friends, are wrong. Give the like button a paw. A paw. All right, God bless. We'll see you. Good boy, Fanny.